part 2 of another Firebird special. Caw-caw! One of these days he's going to come and go, stop that. Stop that. His first question, have you ever had a chili dog in your life so far? No, I haven't, and it's a little known fact, I don't get on too well with chilies too much. I know at some stage Pete is watching this, and I can already see him laughing and just grinning to himself because he's seen this happen to me on 3 separate occasions. And dude, you laughed at me once too many, because I've been owned by a Subway sandwich where I asked for pickles, not jalapeno peppers, and each time the waterworks happen, and it's just like, and he's looking at me laughing at me, I'm like, stop that, this ain't funny! But yeah, so reason I've never had a chili dog because I can't handle pepper. I can't handle jalapenos, it's just, ugh, no. I know they're very good for aiding weight loss, but that's the line that sounds like, I ain't touching that, man, no way. So that answers that question. How would you react if you met both Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill in person? Like that. I'd be starstruck because...
Oh, you have the ultimate Joker voice. Oh, Betsy. We're meeting the other night.
Yes, Joker. I see. He is a man that can make a difference. Or something to that effect. I'm just going to say this just for posterity. I don't know what it is with Kevin Conroy in recent animated Batman movies, but it just sounds like he's just phoning it in. Is that just me? Because if you go back to the first season of Batman the Animated Series, he's giving it his all, whereas now he's just like, I'm reading out a grocery list, or how would you react if you met both Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill in person? Or just, like I say, just imagine it like groceries. Milk, eggs, bacon, bandages, Pepsi Max, Sonic Comics, or something to that. And as I brought up on episode 5 of Sunday Night Live, with the possibility existing that there could be a Sonic crossover with IDW Sonic with Batman DC, could you imagine Shadow and Batman squaring off? The angst is real! And you get both Sonic and Robin going, whoa! How about you two? It's like, you know, this is not a Christopher Nolan movie. That'd be funny. 3. Since Sony no longer have the rights to the Sonic movie, yes! Has your opinion changed since hearing that Paramount now have the rights to it? That is an interesting question. Considering Paramount have been doing good business and numbers, particularly in the last 10 years with the Transformer franchise, when they did have the MCU before the deal ended and it went over to Disney, and you got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a franchise, and the possibility of the Top Gun sequel coming over, because I think they're filming it this year, with Tom Cruise reprising his iconic role as Maverick, which that should be interesting. I don't see any reason why this can't succeed, because a live-action Sonic movie is something that has been talked about for a long time. But I think it's just waiting until the technology had caught up just to be able to do it. I mean, a lot of people have said on record, particularly with regards to the Transformers movies, if they had tried to do a Transformers movie, say, 2000 or 2003, it wouldn't have looked that great, because by the time it got to 2007, technology had caught up enough to be able to do the movie the way they wanted it. And as the movies have gotten along, the scripts have gotten worse, You only need to look at my review for The Last Night to know why. But the actual visual effects have gotten better. So, and because it's Marzipan that are doing the CG, that have done the CG cut footage for most of the mainstream Sonic games since 06 and Sonic Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed was very well done. They had a lot of time to actually work on that, which is why that game is superior to Sonic 360. We all know why. So it'll be intriguing to see what they can do. The only thing I'm very concerned about is the kind of dialogue they're likely to have our hero sporting, because I just want Sonic to be Sonic and not just, you know, spewing out pop culture references just for the sake of, because I mean, if you happen to say something that relates to a previous title, whether it being games, the anime movie from '99, or any of the TV series, you know, where it's just very subtle and it's actually appropriate, then I don't have a problem. But when it's dropped for the sake of just dropping it, it's like, come on now. So, opinions haven't really changed. I'd like to see at least concept art and not necessarily a teaser trailer, because a teaser is just that. It doesn't really give you anything. It's just giving you a little look through the keyhole just to give you an idea of what's coming. It's only if I see an official trailer where I hear the, you know, some of the dialogue, see how the CG looks, who they're getting cast, because there's going to be human roles, you know there is. I just want it to be, if I'm being honest, if you could have a competent script level, say that of the first Iron Man movie, where the adults and the kids can see what they're doing and can both enjoy it, then I don't have a problem. It's if they do things like the Garfield movies. Now, I happen to like the first one over the second movie. The second movie's alright, but I just don't want it to be too family orientated, because then the acting will come off as a bit schmaltzy, where it kind of feels forced and contrived. And, you know, say what we will about the Marvel movies, but at least they actually get the actors to put some decent, competent level of acting with what they do. So I suppose that's what I'm looking. I'm just looking for authenticity. I just want Sonic to be Sonic. You know, Robotnik to be Robotnik. They'll more than likely get Mike Pollock to reprise his role. I mean, what they'll probably do, they'll get like a live action actor to come in, but they'll get Mike Pollock to dub his lines in, because you know, or get Jim Cummings, because Jim Cummings is the man as far as I'm concerned with regards to Robotnik, because Mike Pollock's the guy to do the good comedic shtick, but Jim Cummings in Saturday Morning, you know, he had Robotnik as evil incarnate, and it's like, and I've said this so many times before, you have to make a story and a situation whereby the villain is just as good in terms of the quality as that of the hero, because Sonic is meant to represent the light, all that is good, and Robotnik's meant to be the complete opposite. He's meant to be complete darkness. Although now I have this weird image of Robotnik as the Undertaker, or the Egg Taker, or something to that effect. Now, there's my watch again. Now I got this image of Robotnik doing Undertaker circa 2000. He's coming out on a motorcycle to Limp Bizkit's Rolling, and it's the, you know, it's the Eggman badass. That'd be an interesting situation. And there's fan art already. But ideally, story-wise, I'd like to see something original, but it's paying homage to what has gone before, and the only three key characters I want in there, and Sega, you know this, Sonic, Robotnik, Sally. Those are only the 3 key characters I want in there. Anyone else? Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna have Knuckles in there, just don't have him be a dumbass. I mean, we're so over that. And also, I have to point this out. There is a fine line between naive and a dumbass. Just because Knuckles is naive does not mean he is a dumbass. Learn to distinguish. We can easily do that. And again, the tone and the writing and comedic style, because Sonic titles always have a nice balance of humor. Just make it like the first Iron Man movie. Maybe not too many innuendo humor, because, you know, for Tony Stark it works because, you know, Tony Stark is a lovable ass. But for Sonic, have it tongue-in-cheek, whereby the adults can pick up and go, ah, saw what they did there, but it's not full out crossing that line, if you get my meaning. But yeah, that's pretty much what I want from it, just a level where the adults and the kids can enjoy it, because I think when you make something too kidified, you're missing a huge, wide demographic audience, considering by the time this movie comes out, because they're now saying for 2019, Sonic will be 28 by that point, and he's had quite a few generations of fans in that time, so I think to exclude the adults on this one would be asinine and unnecessary, because you ignore your audience. I mean, Marvel's finding that out the hard way. I went there. Those have been your 3 questions for this week. You know how this shtick works by now. Leave a question in the comment section below if this is here on VidMe, YouTube, Dynamic Night, any of my social media outlets, or River City Gamers. How you doing, guys? With the hashtag AskTheKnight. But until then, ask again.